Good morning, this is Robin, Northwest Connecticut. I've been working on a project for the last year on a client's garden. We started in the front last year and I showed you some of that. And we just finished the driveway project, or the second half of the driveway project. We're still working on a project around the pool, but I want to show you some before and afters. It can make a big difference when you plan, prepare, consider the right plant for the right place, and why we do certain things as designers. And like I said, with the changing climate and also with our clients' needs, not every client wants to be out in her garden or his garden every single day doing maintenance type of stuff. So, here in Connecticut, well, we used to have a lot of snow. I don't know if we will have a lot of snow this year or not. It seems to keep changing. But with summer being hotter, we've had a lot of thunderstorms this year. We've had very extreme heat. Who knows what the winter will bring, but we need plants that are going to survive this. So I've taken a bunch of before and after pictures and some drone shots so I can show you what the garden is looking like now, and I'll talk you through the pictures and explain why I chose certain plants. So here's a view of the property this summer. The job is complete. We just finished the area around the pool also, which I actually don't have pictures of. But you can see the stone right around the house, and then the new bed out in the lawn. They've been redoing the grass. So let's take a look and see how we came to all this. So here is a shot of the house in the wintertime. So my goal was try to create more winter interest, even though my client is not usually around in the wintertime. But definitely the idea was that we did not want things that took a lot of maintenance. So I'm going to just show you some before and after pictures. So here you can see there were big Japanese maples on both sides. There were some evergreens. They wanted them pulled out. There were some really overgrown hydrangeas that we had to cut back. We pulled out all the existing plants because the client asked for that. Then we amended the beds with compost, fertilizer, and we had to move a very large hydrangea, which was a massive amount of work. Some things do take, a fair amount of equipment, and it doesn't hurt to have a good, strong crew. So in this photo, I've trimmed back the Japanese maple already. We have cut back the hydrangea. There was another one in the back that we took out, and we're moving to the side of the house. And I'll show you what that looked like beforehand. Like I said, there was a lot of work, just the soil was not in great condition. And we really wanted to get things off to a really good start since we had a lot of new plants. Everything that was existing, like I said, was actually pulled out, and the crew did a really good job. So here's where we started, the side of the house. You can see there's absolutely nothing there. The rock was there, and I'm going to actually put in the audio from that day. So we are trying to transplant two really large hydrangeas. So here we've got some Still Be Dark Side of the Moon. This rock was here. Got some Brunnera. Got some phlox, creeping phlox, and we've got some hellebores right here. We actually put in two really big trees. Here they're putting in a beautiful Kusa dogwood, and on the other side we put in a really beautiful size serviceberry. So, sometimes there's a lot of maneuvering around, in this case, the existing Japanese maples. We did not want to pull those out, and even though I trimmed them up, there was some work involved, obviously, getting this in and then getting in the ground, and of course it started raining. So, like best laid plans, you can see my arm trying to cover the camera in the corner there. These guys did a great job. Like I said, they managed to maneuver it, got it in the right place. I was standing there saying, yes, this is the front, move it a little bit, whatever. It's a lot of work putting in full-size trees and shrubs, and that was what I wanted in this property because it's set far enough back from the street that I wanted things to have a real presence. So they did a really good job with this.
So the client has decided to put down rock instead of mulch. I don't agree, but it's certainly her choice, their choice. I'd love to see this all mulched. But I get it. So this whole side and all around. Now I've left a lot of room for more perennials, more ground cover, maybe like geranium roseanne, some annuals, again, some more ground cover in here. So I've tried to leave a lot of space, and remembering that all of these plants are going to get, much bigger. These budlias are going to get, 3 feet wide. Same with these tough stuff hydrangeas. Same with the Amsonia there in the back. This hydrangea was existing. So same thing with the spireas. They're going to get 3 feet wide. So I want to make sure we leave enough room, and that way there's room to put some annuals in the front over here as time goes by next season.
So here it is. It's all finished. Just waiting for the rock. You can see this is this year. So this was originally done last year. You can see the budlias are just gorgeous, but everything is filled out. Again, I tried to pick plants and perennials and shrubs that really did not require a lot of maintenance. I did not want the homeowner to have to be out here on a daily basis doing stuff, and I think things came out really nice. So moving on to the driveway area, obviously plowing was my biggest concern here. So shrubs stayed back against the wall, and perennials that would die to the ground went in the front. Again, low maintenance types of things like coneflowers, spireas, some grasses. I did have a few peonies in here. And then this year, we did this area in the back that you can see that there's nothing in here right now. So here's what it all looks like now. So again, I have Cheyenne Sky, panicum grasses, I have ruby slippers, hydrangea, oak leaf hydrangeas. I have Weigelias in here, spilled wine along the edge. We've added, there's some mini twist pines, some Baptisia, dark chocolate. I have an Itea. There's a bunch of peachberry ice eucharis. I did a lot of ajuga in the upper bed. We have Pearl Glim beautyberry. It looks really nice. And this way, again, like I said, preparing for snow. There's a bunch of junipers in here, creeping Jenny. I also dug up like Verbena bonariensis, geranium roseanne, lady's mantle, all kinds of things from my garden that needed dividing, so that worked out good. The client is very happy with it. Of course, we went from having pouring rain all summer to now we've had like 2 months practically of absolutely bone dry. And if you're planting new plants, you really have to water them constantly. This area was mulched, and they're taking really good care of it, obviously. I love it. It looks really nice. So again, I thought I'd just talk you through some of the plants that I used. Serviceberry, Autumn Brilliance. I have a Weeping White Spruce, Pendula. The Cornuscusa was Satomi. Picea pungens, Christina Blue Spruce. Budlier was Pugster Periwinkle. Chamaecyparis Butterballs. Spireas, Double Play Doozies, and Big Bang. A few hydrangeas, Bobo, Tough Stuff. And I told you about the oak leaf hydrangea, Itea, Little Henry, Aronias, Summerific hibiscus, Amsonia string theory, some 9-bark tiny wine, phlox luminary backlight, geranium boom chocolata, bunch of agastache, some pulmonaria, some nepeta, and a still be dark side of the moon, coneflowers, pine mini twist, shalloon, plumbago, I also had, let's see, hydrangea, tough stuff, top fun, sedum, spellbound, Wagilias were spilled wine. I had a Pinus sylvestris troll guard. I had a Serbian spruce in there. The grasses were Cheyenne Sky panicums. I had a lot of peachberry ice heuchera, a lot of ajuga black scallop, pearl glamberry, blue kazoo spireas, also a juniper called Golden Pacific. You can Google any of these for specific information. There were some phlox, pink sparkles, a lot of creeping jenny that came right out of my yard, geranium roseanne that came out of my yard. I told you, verbena bonariensis. And then around the pool, we just put in yellow hinoki cypresses, and some heucheras over there, and some aronias. Things that don't have bees, so when her grandkids are in the pool, they don't have to worry about bees. Anything that blooms would be in the springtime. So I hope you found this a little interesting. I know I put in some clips from last year. Like I said, this project has gone on for the last full year, year and a half, between design and installation, acquiring plants, putting things in. It's been an absolutely lovely project. This client is just a doll to work with, and she was out there helping me plant plants the whole time. And it's been really a great experience. So hopefully if you are looking to do some garden design, you might consider hiring somebody. Makes the process a lot easier. Right plant, right place. And what is the level of work that you actually want to be doing on your property. These are all things you want to consider, as well as certainly your zone, your climate, and all of that good stuff. The crew that I worked with on this project was La Penta Landscaping. They did a great job. And hopefully we'll have more projects to show you in the future. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me your comments or any questions.